So, good morning everybody! Sa ating video today, i-discuss natin is about subtracting fractions. So, simulan natin sa subtracting mixed fractions. A mixed fraction is a whole number and a fraction combined. So to make it easy to subtract them, just convert to improper fractions first. So let's take an example. What is improper fraction? An improper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator or the top number is greater than or equal to the denominator or the bottom number. Let's subtract these two mixed fractions. 4 and 1/4 minus 3 and 3/5. Tulad na nabanggit kanina, an easy way is to convert them into improper fractions. So, simulan natin sa 4 and 1/4. First thing is, we need to get the product of 4 and 4. And the product will be added to the numerator. So, the improper fraction of this mixed fraction is 17/4. Now, let's proceed to the second mixed fraction. 3 and 3/5. So again, get the product of 3 and 5, and then the product will be added to the numerator. So, the improper fraction of this mixed fraction is 18/5. Now, we can now subtract the two improper fractions. So, 17/4 minus 18/5. At kung makikita ninyo, these two fractions are dissimilar. So, rule on subtracting dissimilar fractions. We have to get first the LCM of the denominators 4 and 5, which is 20. So, for step number 2, we have to convert the denominator to the LCM value by multiplying the numerator and denominator using the same number, like this. So if we simplify this, we have the following equivalent fractions: 85/20 minus 72/20. And then for step number 3, we can now subtract the numerators since they have the same denominator values. So we have 85 minus 72 is 13, and the denominator is 20. Let's have another example. So usually kasi, pag nagsasubtract tayo, naka-horizontal format. But then, pwede rin naman tayong gumamit ng vertical. So ganito yung itsura ng vertical. Subukan natin. So, meron tayong 9 1/2 minus 5 1/4. So, gaya ng ginawa natin sa unang example, changed it to improper fraction. So, we have 19/2 and 21/4. And since the denominators are not the same, get the LCD. And the LCD is 4. So, the new fractions will be 38/4 and 21/4. So, we already have the same denominators. We can now subtract and simplify. So, 38/4 minus 21/4 is 17/4. Now, let's proceed on subtracting fractions with whole numbers. how to subtract fractions from a whole number. Step 1, you have to borrow 1 from the whole number portion. Step 2, convert 1 into an equivalent fraction with the same denominator to the given fraction. Step 3, subtract the given fraction from the equivalent fraction you converted. And step 4, add the result from step 1 and step 3, or subtract the result from step 1 and step 3. Okay, so let's have an example. So, meron tayong 5 minus 7 over 10 or 7/10. At ang whole number natin rito is 5. So, from step 1, we need to borrow 1 from the whole number portion. So, yung 5, mababawasan ng isa, that will becomes 4. At yung isa na yun, para sa step number 2, we will be converting it to an equivalent fraction. So, how? By using the denominator of the given fraction. At ang given fraction natin rito is 7 over 10. At ang denominator niya ay 10. So, it will becomes 4 and 10 over 10. Since 10 over 10 is equal to 1. We can now proceed to subtraction. So, we have 4 and 10 over 10 minus 7 over 10. So, meron na tayong parehong denominators. We just copy and then subtract the numerators. So, we have 4 and 3 over 10 or 3/10. Now, let's have another example. So, 4 minus 2 and 1/4. Again, we have to borrow 1 from the whole number. So, magiging 3. And the denominator is 4 from the given fraction. So, it will become 4 over 4. Since 4 over 4 is equivalent to 1. And, meron na tayong dalawang mixed fractions. So, since parehas naman sila ng denominators, we can copy the denominator then proceed to subtractions. Ngayon, unahin muna natin i-subtract yung whole numbers, which are 3 and 2. So, 3 minus 2, that is 1. And then, the numerators, which are 4 and 1, iso-subtract din natin. That will have 1 and 3/4. Okay, and that mixed fraction is converted to improper fraction, which is 7 over 4. And there is another way of subtracting a whole number and a fraction. So, yun yung gagamitin nating second method. So, remember, when we convert the whole number to a fraction with the same denominator as the fraction, and then perform the subtraction. Use the same example. So, 4 minus 2 and 1/2. So, yung 4 magiging 4 over 1. So, ginawa natin siyang fraction. And then, yung mixed fraction, kinonvert natin siya as improper fraction. So, we have 4 over 1 minus 9 over 4. Hindi parehas ang denominators. So, kukunin natin yung LCD. At ang LCD nito ay 4. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 16 over 4 minus 9 over 4. Subtracting similar fractions, the answer is 7 over 4. Parehas lang siya doon sa naunang method. Okay, well done. I hope you learned something on this video. So I'll just end up with this. Every time you subtract negative from your life, you make room for positive. Thank you for watching.